What's up, guys? Roman with Spreading the Love, and today I just want to make a video about communication skills. I don't want to call it sales skills anymore, so we'll call it communication skills. And what we're going to talk about today is different personalities and how to approach them and identify them. So have you ever noticed when somebody is like straight to the point, they want all the information now, they don't want to talk about the weather or about their shoes or about anything, and then you have somebody else that'll come in and they're just like completely the opposite, and they'll talk about their shoes, talk about the weather first, and business will kind of come along the way for them. So it's just about identifying personality so that you can communicate with them a little bit better and create less friction, is what I like to call it, between both of you guys in the conversation. So one way that you can identify the person right away is by how they walk and how they're going to shake your hand. If they're fast walkers, they look like they know where they're headed, most likely you're going to have what they call a driver personality. That is somebody that likes to be in control, doesn't like to waste time, likes to get straight to the point, right? Doesn't mean that they're, like, we call them assholes, but it just means that that's just their personality. They don't like to BS around, they like to go straight to business and let's get going. So then you have what they call the people that'll, come on in and they'll start chit-chatting with you about your kids, about life, about other stuff, and so you gotta kind of keep those folks back in track into business, right? So those are usually pretty easy folks to deal with in terms of personality, because you can very easily have a conversation with them and they'll entertain you, and then again they're good with business as well. Then you have what you call your analytical. You'll notice about this person, this is the person that likes to deal with numbers. They like to overanalyze things. They're usually accountants and engineers and stuff like that. They'll take back, they'll walk slower for the most part. They'll observe. They'll be looking at more items. They'll be more observant. So those are people that you just kind of have to approach at a slower pace, and you have to make sure you're very clear with everything that you're saying with them. Make sure they don't have any questions. Think about anything that you might that you think that they might want to know about whatever you're selling. And the way you do that is just by, asking into their interest. But then you have your next personality, which is going to be what they call an amiable personality. That's somebody who is a very sweet person. They normally need you to hold their hand, walk them through the process, and all that good stuff. That's going to be your older crowd for the most part. They turn into super nice people. And then so oftentimes with your amiables, you're going to have to push them a little bit into the sale. And what I mean by that is oftentimes they'll think that they can't do it, or maybe they shouldn't, or they just need reassurance from somebody that they're doing a good decision. But again, if you've done your job, then it should be a pretty simple sell, pretty simple communication with an amiable person. So I hope this helps someone in their career. If you're in a career that involves you communicating with people and selling things, this is definitely a tool that's helped me in my life, identifying people and how to approach them, how to conduct business with them. Because if I have somebody who is a driver in front of me, I am not going to be asking him about the weather and if he lives close by or anything crazy like that. I'm going to go straight to whatever he wants to talk about so that he'll like me. Because if I start talking about some other nonsense, he's not going to like me. And the friction there is just not going to be as good because I'm not giving him what he wants, sorry. So what you do is you give him what you want, straight to the point, and then along the way, you can go ahead and talk about the weather and all these other things to get to know the person that you're talking to. But that's along the way. That is not immediately. So your expressives, again, you guys can go straight into talking about, kids and life and everything, and then you're gonna have time to get right back into business. But with your drivers, you can't do that. Same thing with your analyticals. They're facts people. They don't like to waste time either. But yeah, they like to overanalyze things. So make sure you have all the information that you need for an analytical person in front of you. So hope this helps you. Please let me know if it did. I don't do this for money. I'm not out here making videos for money. I'm out here making it so that hopefully I can help someone improve in their career and maybe do a better living for themselves. So if I did help you some way, please, my biggest payment is just you dropping a thank you comment. Follow my page. Just trying to educate people on how to better communicate. Thank you so much.